Did you know that just like you have a most played song list on one of your devices, your brain has a most played thought list? Well, today we're going to talk about why you might want to get aware of what that is and how it will help you. So the end of 2020, I got an email from Spotify, and that email connected me to a list of my most played songs from that year. It was really fun for me to check this list out and to see what songs I played most in the year. It was really interesting because some of them I'm like, oh yeah, of course that one was there. I knew that was going to be there. But a few of the songs I was really surprised to see there. I didn't realize that I had listened to them as much as I did. Similarly, each of us have a most played thoughts list. So do you know what yours are? If you don't, you may want to start paying attention because our thoughts create our results in our life. And you might want to know what your most frequent thoughts are because they are creating a lot of your results that you are getting in your life. So some of our most played thoughts are going to be really empowering, like I'm really strong, or I'm an awesome teacher, or I can figure out anything. Those are some of my frequent empowering thoughts. All of those thoughts help me to get the results that I want in my life. But some of our most played thoughts are not going to be serving us, like I have to do everything, or he or she should be different than they are. Thoughts like these have us feeling negative emotions and getting negative results in our life. So, what do you do if you notice that one of your frequently played thoughts isn't serving you? Well, first, we just pay attention. Like, oh, there it is again, right? Awareness is always the first step. Then we get curious about it. Like, I wonder why I keep playing that thought over and over again when it isn't helping me. Now, you're going to want to be onto your brain here because it's going to likely respond with something along the lines of, because it's true. That's why we keep thinking it over and over again. And I'd say, what evidence do we have that it's not true? Like, one of my most played thoughts used to be that I had to do everything. But when I looked for evidence that the thought wasn't true, turns out I had a lot. There was plenty of things around me that got done that I didn't do. But regardless if the thought is true or not, if the thought isn't helping you, like my thought that was creating a bunch of frustration and resentment and overwhelm, well then why are we choosing to think it or put our focus on it and play it so often? We have the power to change the song, which brings us to the next step, which is redirecting our brain to a new thought. Now, your brain will keep offering you that old thought that wasn't serving you, just like if you were listening to a random list on Spotify, it would keep offering you your most played songs from before because the algorithm tells it to. You played it so much before, it thinks that you like the song. So the algorithm thinks that you want to keep playing it. That's no big deal. It doesn't mean anything has gone wrong and you haven't failed in any kind of way. It just takes some time to change the algorithm. And what's important is that when that thought comes up again, we get aware, we get curious, and we turn it off or change it to a different thought that serves us better. We get to remind ourselves, like, no brain, I know we used to play that thought a lot, but we're not playing it anymore. And whenever my brain offered me the thought that I had to do everything, I would remind myself that we're just not thinking that anymore. Playing that thought wasn't helping me. Remember, I don't have to do anything. I'd redirect to that thought that I don't have to do anything. So whatever I do, it's because I choose to do it. So, what are your most played thoughts? Have some fun figuring them out and analyzing them, seeing if they serve you or not. You've totally got this.